So the Jenga game is really one of a good analogy for our spine, our spine alignment. We have all these vertebrae here. Let me show Eileen here. We have 26 vertebrae from head to tailbone here, and some people are a little gifted and have a little extra, but we'll get to that later. But if they're in line and moving as they should, then there's really strong stability. There's a good stability of the vertebrae there, and our spine is in a good place. Just like the Jenga game, if it's lined up and everything's stacked the way it should be, then there's good stability and you can move things around. However, through life, our Jenga game gets a little twisted out of place. And as you can see, then the spine or the game becomes more unstable. So that's works with our spine. If our vertebrae are out of alignment, if we have multiple, which we usually do, then the spine gets more wiggly, more jiggly, and more unstable, and that can lead to issues down the road. It can lead to more uh, tendency for injury. It can irritate the nerves of the spine that exit out of the vertebrae here. Muscles become imbalanced, and they're fighting against each other rather than being like a teeter totter. If a teeter totter is well balanced with two people with equal weights on each side, the teeter totter works smoothly and well together. However, if you have somebody that's heavier on one side than the other, it's going to take a lot of effort to make that teeter totter balance. If the joints in the middle of the teeter totter are off center or rusty or not moving well, that's going to make the whole thing not work as well either. Just like the Jenga game. So if things get out of alignment and out of alignment immediately, eventually then it just topples over. I'm not going to do that right now. So what we as chiropractors do, we can see on your spine and feel where the misalignments are, where the Jenga game is out of place, and we can gently correct things, putting the vertebrae back in place where they should be. And as you can see, then it's much more stable as a unit. And that's just like with our spine. If three or four vertebrae are out of alignment there and we get them lined up, then the stability is there, the muscles are balanced, and most importantly, the nerves that come out of the spine and to the rest of our body function in a more freely moving condition. Just like if there's a traffic accident on the highway, doesn't matter if it's north or southbound traffic accident, that's going to cause north and southbound delays in information moving from where it needs to go. So if we get these misalignments or subluxations are much like a traffic accident. If we can clear that accident out of the way, then information or traffic will move much more smoothly. The brain and body connection is much better, and things just work better as they should. Pain goes away. Many times our internal organs and whatnot will usually function at a higher level because there's no interference in that line of communication of information from our brain to our body. So that's the Jenga game analogy. That's why we want everything lined up and stable and set to where it should be. And we can do that with our spine. Um, we get bumps and bruises throughout life. So those are minor little accidents along the way. Those can create that traffic jam. So we are the traffic jam removers of your spine.